Good evening and welcome to tonight's regional news. We now tell you that a passenger died on a Caribbean Airlines Limited CAL flight around 11 a.m. on Thursday morning. CAL's head of corporate communications, Dion Legore, confirmed. She noted that the individual, who was between 35 to 45 years old, passed away after boarding the company's aircraft in Jamaica en route to Barbados. Other passengers who witnessed what occurred said the man was discovered unconscious in the aircraft's toilet after flight attendants found he was taking too long in there. They added that a doctor who was on board the flight assisted to revive the man who had been talking, but he subsequently died. The plane made its scheduled stop in Barbados and was expected to continue to the U.S. And now we tell you that the United Kingdom government announced Friday that it will be removing the last 7 countries from its restricted travel list, or the Red List. Countries in the Red List are Haiti, the Dominican Republic, Panama, Colombia, Peru, Venezuela, and Ecuador. Secretary of State for Transport Grant Shapps announced in a tweet the restriction will be lifted from 4 a.m. on November 1. Also, Trinidad and Tobago, Suriname, and Belize will be among 30 countries added to the inbound vaccination policy. Travelers must have taken a full course of the Oxford AstraZeneca, Pfizer BioNTech, Moderna, and Johnson & Johnson COVID-19 vaccines 14 days before they travel to the UK to be accepted under the vaccination policy. The Pan-American Health Organization, PAHO, has announced new salt reduction targets for food products to help people in the Americas, including the Caribbean, reduce consumption of sodium. PAHO said that after adoption by countries, the new targets will require regional manufacturers to reformulate processed and ultra-processed foods such as bread, cereals, and grains, processed meats, and dairy products, where most of the sodium consumed in diets come from. In the region, salt intake ranges from 8.5 to 15 grams per person per day, well over the 5 grams per day upper limit recommendation by the WHO. It said reducing salt consumption can prevent hypertension and cardiovascular disease, the leading causes of death in the region. And internationally, Facebook has changed its corporate name to Meta as part of a major rebrand. The company said it would better encompass what it does as it broadens its reach beyond social media into areas like virtual reality, VR. The change does not apply to its individual platforms such as Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp, only the parent company that owns them. Facebook boss Mark Zuckerberg announced the new name as he unveiled plans to build a metaverse, an online world where people can game, work, and communicate in a virtual environment, often using VR headsets. And finally, an Indian court on Thursday granted bail to Bollywood megastar Shah Rukh's son in a high-profile drug case that led to the actor finding himself at the center of a boycott campaign on social media. The Bombay High Court said it will release a detailed order on Aryan Khan's bail on Friday, which means he's expected to spend another night in jail. Khan, 23, and 7 others were detained on October 3 when India's narcotics agents raided a party and seized drugs on a luxury cruise ship off the Mumbai coast. He has been held in Mumbai's Arthur Road jail since October 8. The case has been going on for 3 weeks, and India's narcotics agency says it has evidence in the form of WhatsApp messages that Khan was involved in illicit drug dealings. The case has been dominating media headlines for weeks and has divided social media in India, with fans of the actor demanding Khan's release, while others calling for a boycott of his father's films. That was all for tonight's regional news. Thank you for joining.